The man accused of hitting and killing a pedestrian on East Wash last week has been formally charged. WMTV's Tabitha Bland read through the criminal complaint detailing what police discovered on the scene and witness accounts of that tragic crash.
Joseph Zalas is charged with first-degree reckless homicide, first-degree recklessly endangering safety, and bail jumping. According to the criminal complaint, he was going 70 miles per hour on East Washington Avenue, where the speed limit is 25. Witnesses say he ran a red light before hitting and killing 72-year-old Ken Bell, who was in the crosswalk when he was hit. Zalas also hit a car that then hit another parked car. According to court documents, officers found a container for flavored nitrous oxide called Galaxy gas near his car at the crash site. When they then searched the car, they found a canister of that same gas on the floor behind the driver's seat. In the complaint, police say inhaling that gas is a way for people to impair themselves.
We are awaiting blood test results and will likely have more charges coming as the investigation continues.
We also now know that Zalas' driver's license was recently reinstated in April after he was charged in 2025 in Dodge County for reckless driving and speeding, and eventually had his license suspended when he failed to pay. He was also in court early this May and was charged with disorderly conduct and resisting or obstructing an officer. Live in the newsroom, Tabitha Bland, WMTV 15 News.
Tabitha, thank you. Zalas' cash bond was set at $150,000. He's set to be back in court on June 16th.